Hey, 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 welcome to the Champagne Wives podcast. I'm your host, Kelly.
And I am your co-host, Nicole. Hey, Kel.
Hey, boo.
How are you?
I'm making it. Barely, but I'm here. This weekend was loaded.
Yeah, so we're fresh off Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Memorial Day weekend is like the one weekend that we really
I
like
wait
get
for
excited
it all year.
about.
Like, I literally wait all year for Memorial Day weekend, and then it always takes me 48 hours to bounce back.
I'm like 72. I'm not gonna lie. So tell me about your Memorial Day weekend. Why did it almost take you under?
Because I almost did the most every single day from Friday to Monday. That's why.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, hard.
Okay.
And then today I act like I couldn't even work, child.
I know. Check out the stories. Check out the reels. We have photographic evidence of the fun that was had. But yeah, no, glad that Memorial Day weekend is over. But we have a lot more to look forward to. So.
Oh, yeah, a lot more coming up in the next couple of weeks that we are definitely looking forward to. We've been planning for, we're excited about.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I'm going to spend this next week just kind of getting my life together and in order. And then
marathon.
July 11th or the weekend of July 10th. June,
June
10th. June 10th.
Like literally, like tomorrow is June.
Yeah, literally tomorrow is June. This year has flown by. But yes, literally getting ready for the weekend of June 10th.
So what's happening June 10th?
I don't know. We have these two nice, handsome looking fellas on the show today.
I mean, normally it's Champagne Wives.
Exactly.
And this is not a wife setup.
It's definitely not a wife setup. So we're in the den today.
In the den.
And we're in the den today because we have two special guests.
Very special guests. You know, we are here to support anything Black owned, Black created. And we have two very special guests with us today, the co-owners of 125 Entertainment, which is a production company that curates and produces music festivals and large events here in the Houston area.
Yeah. And so they're here today to talk about the hottest music festival in Houston during the summer, Summer Jam. So with that, we'd like to welcome Mike. Mike, do you want me to call you Mike or Michael? Ooh.
I'll
call you Mike. I call you Michael at home.
Okay.
Mike and Tim.
There's more to that introduction, isn't there?
And welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, well, first of all, we've done a lot of talking.
Yes.
These bottles and everything.
So we have the Casamigos for my husband because I just made that. I made that announcement.
Yeah, we can explain about
Yes, exactly. So one of us here refused to drink the champagne, so we have the Casamigos today for someone. I won't say any names or point any elbows, but we're going to pour the Casamigos first. There you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just straight up, not on the rocks. It's a shot. Just sip it slow, please.
Slow.
Side sipping. So while she opens the bottle, guys.
I take my time with this.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys being here.
I've seen you guys doing some big things, so it's an honor to be here.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
I appreciate that.
Way to
Tim.
start it off.
You are a
Butter
good
that
supporter.
bread.
What?
Butter that bread.
You know what, Tim? You came here with the right energy.
Probably post job, like sending it out.
You came
I
here with the
support it,
right
man.
energy.
It's
You
dope.
have the right energy.
It's dope. It's dope. There we go.
Oh, that was a good one. So let's talk about how Tim was just like, I said, Tim, what do you want us to have for you to drink? Tim was like, I'm drinking what y'all drinking.
Exactly.
Like, give me
When
that
in Rome.
move. Like,
When in Rome.
Tim was like, nah,
Thank
give me
you.
a glass. I'm like, okay, Tim, we got you.
Well, thank you.
Tim's like, I want the good stuff. Exactly. The other stuff shall remain. How does the saying go? Remain nameless. Thank you, child. That's a tongue twister.
This the same bottle from
Yes,
yesterday?
sir. Yes. Well, no.
The same brand.
Same brand, different
same
bottle.
brand.
Yes.
Not same bottle.
Are you verifying that because this is what you requested?
It was on point. That's all.
Okay, that's
It was
good.
on
We
point.
got you.
Well,
I had a good day
we
yesterday.
got you.
You did. I'm glad you said that. Because honestly, this is my favorite brand.
Yep.
This is my
Cheers,
favorite
babe.
brand. But
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Mike.
Cheers, babe.
Okay, so we kind of jumped to the introduction, but
We did.
You Mike or Michael, I mean, you call him Michael at home.
At home.
So that means that
He's
like
the
y'all are
champagne
roommates.
husband.
What? Oh, he's
the champagne husband.
The
So
champagne
yes,
husband.
he's the champagne husband, and so we've been talking about Champagne Wives. Obviously, that's the name of the show, and you know we're obviously both married, and we talk about our respective husbands all the time on the show. Yeah. It just so happens that my husband is one of the owners of 125 Entertainment, and he is responsible for bringing Summer Jam to the city. So that's a little introduction.
Do you know? I guess the
backstory.
Yeah,
the backstory.
backstory.
Were we going to get into this?
No.
Of what?
125.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no,
125?
No. How did the name come to be?
Well, I know that's his birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, yeah, you come with the Q&A.
Should we switch seats?
Wait.
Okay.
First of all.
Okay, I didn't know.
But Tim was, I feel like Tim was about to get me together if I didn't know it. He's like, you didn't know?
You didn't know? But you don't know?
But you don't know? Yes, Tim. I know, Tim.
Well, let me ask you a question. So we know how this came to be, but how did this relationship come to be? How did y'all get into business with each other?
Same scenario at a podcast. Yep. We met, and so we had some drinks. I think that's like same day.
Yeah, the same night.
Yeah. I don't recall
the spot
drinking, but we had some drinks.
It must have been a good night.
Right.
Yeah, so like, here we are a year later.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so tell us about kind of what 125 is about. What do you guys like
hope to
what's your hope?
accomplish?
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Well, the 125 is basically an all-encompassing entertainment company where we try to fill the void of what's missing in Houston as far as entertainment. So it's not the same run-of-the-mill,
right,
a club or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We know there's no first thing. Tim is the expert on doing this. He's been doing this for 15, 20 years. And we happened to meet at the podcast, and we started discussing. And I'm constantly trying to find people smarter than me in whatever area that know what they're doing, and we partnered up. But he was adamant about it, and he was hungry, and I was like, man, that's dope. Let's do this.
Yeah. And our goal is to kind of to like add onto what he's like saying is to not only do like events, but kind of target the like Black community and kind of
culture,
and kind of bring them different things
Yeah.
like outside of what they've already been doing. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Houston is a very particular market.
Yes.
And, you know, we love to go out. We love the bottle service. We love the day parties and the brunches.
Day parties love us, child.
That too. Okay. But, you know, festivals is something different. It's not something that we see very often here in Houston.
Very different. Yeah.
I've been to a couple of your festivals, Tim.
Okay.
So how did you get into like producing festivals?
I mean, long story, just kind of got on my journey, and it kind of just like happened. And so trying to find like a niche. So back in like 07, 08, there were a bunch of like older things, and so I just wanted to bring like something new
And fresh.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
No.
Yeah.
Get it. And Houston for sure is a very particular
It is.
market, but like I would also say is a city that doesn't get enough credit for the
Agreed.
impact that it has had on just
On the
like,
culture.
the culture, like, and I don't mean just from like hip hop standpoint, but from, you go to jazz, there's so many different genres of music that Houston, I just don't think it's enough credit for.
I will say a lot of the influence comes from Louisiana.
I knew she was gonna say it.
I'm just saying. I had to say it.
Can't go an episode without her saying Louisiana.
I'm sorry. I can't. You got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, can this be a drinking
But I
game?
digress.
Every time she says Louisiana, y'all take a
I would
shot,
take a
take
sip.
a sip,
Okay.
something. Okay.
I'll start now. I'm going to go ahead and take my
Officially a
sip.
drinking game. Okay. So tell us about this festival. Tell us what festival goers should expect. Well, first of all, when is it? Where is it?
It's on June like 11th. Soho Festival
Music
Grounds.
Festival
It's a
Grounds.
huge park. like south of like NRG, so
Okay.
kind of up between 610 and the Beltway.
Mm-hmm.
So this year we're kind of much bringing the party to like here,
Yeah.
and so having we got a bag, Bun B, Lotto, Tink. So you know,
we can't
a
forget
lot
about
of big
Saucy.
names
Yeah.
coming here,
Yeah.
and kind of bringing a whole different vibe of what a festival should be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Houston has seen a big festival targeted towards that black community
Yeah.
on this scale.
Mhm.
And so we're kind of, trying to change the culture to to want to do that instead of going to like certain things.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Are you going to add to that? Because I was
No,
gonna say,
like
okay.
shout out to Astro World and what they were doing with Travis Scott. Travis Scott has a particular type of fan,
Right.
so it's not everyone who in the community that actually would go to that.
Connects to that
Correct.
type of music. Yeah.
Connects to that, and obviously we saw it happen last year. So that created an even bigger void to where there's a whole lot of people out there who are looking for that connection,
An experience.
that
Yeah.
experience,
Right.
because
Exactly.
it in Houston there's a lot to do, but it's just the same kind of things
Right.
To
to do.
do
All the
yeah,
time.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I've been privy to some of the planning and behind the scenes, and I will say that you guys have also still captured the essence of Houston,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed.
So
Right.
even though we're bringing something new
Yeah.
to the area with it being an outdoor festival, I still feel there are a lot of things that are synonymous with Houston and how we like to have a good time
Right.
here,
Yeah.
right? So I think you guys have kind of it killed the bird with two. I don't know. My sayings are
definitely.
two birds with one
No,
stone. So thank you,
That's
girl.
okay.
Like,
That's like
my
teamwork.
sayings are off today. I can't.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I'm still coming down off of Memorial Day
Yeah,
weekend,
I know.
child. This is the after effect.
I tried to give her some like double hydration things. And she's
She's
like,
like,
"What did you give these to me for?" I'm like,
Like,
"You could not be like this."
I do need that IV
need
drip.
an IV.
Yes,
You do need a drip.
Next time, send
Yes,
that.
I'm
Send
sending
that.
the- I'm
send
sending
that,
the IV to go.
Van to my house, please. That's what I needed.
So I do have a question, right? As an avid music lover who literally loses her mind when she goes to concerts and
Turn
like
up.
I just connect like on a
Right.
different level when I'm surrounded by major artists, major fans, and just amazing music. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, is this gonna be like, are we in the woods? Do we need like
We're-
sleeping bags? Do we
we're-
need boots? Like, is this like,
We are
like-
definitely-
or is this like a city vibe?
We are definitely in the
festival?
woods.
This is not Fire Festival, child.
More like Coachella is where I was going.
Yeah,
Coachella,
no,
Fire
no.
Festival's a fraud. This
Okay,
is
are
not
I was
that.
about to say.
This is not that. I
But
know this is
Coachella is
happening.
not the woods; it's in the desert.
But okay, but I'm just.
Oh,
We're
okay.
definitely
All right, I'm
like,
following
in the
along.
woods.
We are in the woods?
Yeah, I mean, but it's a hidden kind
in
of
the
a
city.
gym. It's in the city, but
Yeah.
it's
like 8
it's surrounded, but it's surrounded by the woods.
By the woods.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you gotta-
we go into
you gotta
the
go
forest.
deep down in the woods.
Okay,
and it's
so
like
this is
a
gonna be
whole
an
oasis.
experience.
Right?
It's gonna be
Okay.
an experience,
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
Again, and people here, and it's like they are used to having their own chairs or coming out
Yeah.
and getting a seat, and like,
Right.
no, this is a come party with us in the field. We're about to have a ball. So
Like,
Yeah.
should people bring lawn chairs?
no,
No, they got everything.
Okay,
No.
perfect. Okay.
We have everything.
Awesome.
There we
no
have
lawn chairs.
Ciroc
Yeah.
there. There's Ciroc lounges. There's
Yeah.
there's Bailey's. There's
Don Julio
Maker's
has a
Mark.
lounge.
Okay,
It's
top
top-notch.
sponsors.
Come on,
It's
sponsorship.
definitely lit. Yeah.
So y'all have something to combat this Houston heat because in
Agreed.
June
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Agreed.
peak summertime,
Agreed.
Ugh.
hot,
Agreed.
hot,
Agreed.
hot.
Yeah.
There'll be water stations. There'll be flower gardens for
Pictures.
my irate.
There we
Pictures?
go.
No,
No.
No. He said
For-
he said herbal essence garden.
Oh, see,
Come on.
like, okay, you caught that one. You
Our
good.
THC friends.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caught it.
I mean, if you've been to like Jazz Fest, or if you've been to like ACL, it's that. And
Okay.
it's something new, something different.
Yeah.
It's gonna pop. So yeah.
Yeah,
I'm so excited about this.
I'm so excited. I've been talking about this for so long, and you know, Michael, he came and he talked about the idea of getting into the space.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like it's not something, we do a lot of different things, and Michael owns and runs different businesses and different industries, but this is something that has been new to us. And so I will say though, kind of seeing where everything has come along has been super interesting and very exciting for me. And I just love that you guys have thought of everything.
Sounds like it, literally.
Like literally everything.
Our team is great. It's like our team's been pretty much
amazing.
Yeah. Like they're like hitting the clock daily. So
Yeah.
So
it is very next level. It's very professional.
Thank you.
I will say that it's very professional.
Well, first of
the
all,
shit is done well.
Anything that y'all touch is always like top notch. So I don't doubt it.
We your classy cousin.
So I know this is about to be an A1 experience.
No, I would shout out to Tim because Tim is he's a lead on this, and he does a hell of a job in the team that he picks out. How to execute this.
Well, this is his thing.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I know you guys talked like you met on a podcast, this, that, and the third, and had drinks that you don't remember.
I remember it all.
Right.
Yeah, he was wasted.
Oh no.
But this dynamic seems really interesting. It seems really interesting. Like
100%. Yeah, we talk. I mean, we probably talk like every other day, and there are times like when I have an idea, and he would say, there was this idea like too. So we're kind of already on the same wavelength.
Right.
And we don't talk daily, but it's definitely been a good partnership pairing, like for sure.
Yeah.
So and just trying to convince him on certain things, on who to book. That was kind of a rough patch early on. But it made sense.
Made it through that impact.
I feel like we have like 3 of the biggest like artists
right now.
Yeah. Bun's having like a hell of a year. Bag is having a good year.
He is.
And so is
Lotto.
Lotto.
Great year.
Lotto is so on
shout out to Lotto for the original song, but then double shout out for that remix with
and so she's having
Mariah.
So she's
Big
having
energy.
a great like year. So to have like 3 hot artists, big deal.
I think,
and the fact that
Santana's a sleeper.
He is.
I agree.
First of all,
I
don't. It's I need to see the body because like I just be watching. He
had a BBL child.
I know. But I need to see his body.
He had his work done. He had a BBL.
Listen, the way this body is giving, I'm like,
giving to the heavens, child, for the gods. It is
for the gods.
So,
and then we have like artists who are like from Houston and from Dallas. So it's a good mix. It's a great mix.
One stage, 2 stages. What's
2 stages?
2 stages. Okay.
2 stages.
Cool.
Our second stage is kind of like a astro theme. So we have like astronauts out there and just
nice.
Shit. So like again, like having that like Houston connection is important. So
that's gonna be dope. So dope.
So you talk about this Houston connection. If you don't know, get familiar. But Houston is one of the most diverse cities. It's like top 3 diverse cities in
America,
in the country. And so we have a lot. Mike, obviously, like your accent is telling us that you're not from here, right? So, but we have so many different cultures and nationalities represented. So, does the music lineup reflect that, or not so much?
Definitely. I mean, it's a like hip hop festival. Where we have like a female Caucasian artist who is
Save Money.
Tay Money.
Tay Money's Caucasian?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Oh my God.
Not me.
Really?
I was today years old when
I found out Tay Money was Caucasian.
Oh, we have
like Caucasity.
We have.
I had no idea. Why y'all didn't tell me this?
A Hispanic artist.
Okay.
And so we have a few artists who are a part of the LBGT community.
So
So it is diverse. like even though it is a like hip hop festival, it's still very diverse.
Yeah.
Like within it, I got it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Bring your, what you
you
trying
know,
to do?
You mentioned the accent. I'm Nigerian, so for my Nigerian people, don't worry.
Thank
Next
you.
year,
Yeah, next year.
we're
Oh,
gonna have
I would love to have some Nigerian artists. Look at Good Journey out
Good Journey.
here. Like she picking her head around the door. EJ's like, or IJ, depending on how you want to say it.
If you fancy.
IJ, so you speaking my language now.
Yes.
We try to sneak some in, but
Yeah.
we'll push it out to next year.
Yeah.
And we have a kind of an old school b-boy like area.
Oh.
So it's like a break dancing kind of
Yeah.
platform out there. So
I love that.
there are things for like people to kind of walk around, like enjoy the food. Of course, you got to have food there.
Like
so.
it's like an experience, it's an entertainment experience.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
it's not just
Absolutely.
come
100%.
stand and watch artists
100%.
perform, but
100%.
be interactive.
Yeah.
They're-
Exactly.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Everything is so well thought out.
Yeah.
And Michael, you mentioned Astro World and just the whole tragedy with that what happened at that festival.
Correct.
So what has been the biggest hurdle that you've had to clear to get a festival of this magnitude off the ground?
That's a great question.
I just think being sure that we have the right things like in place,
Yeah.
security wise,
Oh yeah.
and also just reassuring people that this isn't
Same situation.
it's like the same kind of like energy, if you will.
Yeah.
This is to come have fun, turn
That's-
up,
that's a
party.
key
That's a
word.
good word.
Keyword
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
And so
Right. Nothing wrong. I'm not doubting Travis Scott's fan, but they're younger. They have a lot of energy.
Right.
Yeah.
A little
It's like the
rowdier.
rage
different.
energy.
Right,
Raging.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So-
This is
The rage.
The
And we-
ragers.
We discussed this in this meeting because the thing we kind of emphasized was, okay, what went wrong
Yeah.
at
in
Astro World,
Yeah.
and how do we avoid that? And we, basically the infrastructure on how they built the fences and the
Right.
gates is what trapped people in.
exactly. Yeah.
And people were
And so-
confused on where to exit.
Right.
So
And so part of that is having those other components there for people to kind of walk around
yeah.
and
Right.
have fun and not be in just
Congregated in one
right
space.
In one
one
space.
area,
Yeah.
right,
Or
in one
concentrated
space.
in
Right,
one
right,
space.
right.
That's-
And the second thing is, Astro World is in Reliance Stadium, and it's not done in Reliance Stadium; it's in the parking lot. So it's probably like a 1 acre. It's like a very restricted
Area.
area.
Contained spot. Yeah.
So Summer Jam is out and on. It's about 8 acres.
8 acres,
8 to
yeah.
10
Yeah.
acres. So it's a lot of
Space.
it's a lot of
I'm wearing my
space, yeah.
flats.
Girl,
But-
don't worry, you're gonna be in the VIP where there's gonna be sofas and lounges.
I cannot wait for this
And
level of
still wear your
luxury.
flats,
bottle
though.
service. So if you don't have if
Still
you
wear
haven't
your
got your
flats.
ticket,
Still wear your flats.
splurge on the VIP package.
It's worth
Splurge.
it.
It's going to be worth it. It's gonna be on the platform, as I understand.
Right.
Well, you're
A viewing deck.
where you'll be over to
Oh.
to
Right.
overlook the
Oh, we'll have
stage.
views,
Right.
views,
Yeah.
bottle service.
Yeah.
Oh,
All of it.
okay.
Yeah.
Like I said,
So-
A1, A level A1 when it
AC.
comes to y'all.
AC. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
AC. That's the key
These are the
word right
things.
there.
Our favorite letters here. In
Exactly.
Houston.
A and C. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Mike, this is a newer venture for you getting into the festival world. Tim, sounds like this has kind of been
Our
your
bread and
lane
butter,
for a
right.
number of years.
Yes, ma'am.
So, as we're thinking about, people in the audience who might have desires and aspirations to want to get into this space, into this world.
Don't do it.
Oh no.
Well, the question was going to be, what's a bit of what piece of advice do you have? And obviously, Tim said, don't do it.
But
But
just in general, not this
Yeah.
space, but in any entrepreneurial space.
Yeah.
What advice would you give
Space.
people?
First of all, fear is the number one issue in people getting into new spaces. Fear of the unknown. Just park that somewhere. And I always tell people, just get started. And, you're going to fail. And once you embrace the fact that you fail, it's not necessarily a failure.
It's a lesson.
It's a lesson.
Right.
And you just take that lesson and keep chugging. I think people focus too much on, the old adage of follow your passion. I don't really believe that. I just do what I like at the moment, what I feel, clicks, and I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, I reassess the situation. If it's something I feel I could push harder to keep going, I keep going. If it's something I feel doesn't, it's not gonna serve me or whoever it is, I just move on. Yeah, be wary about who you partner with, just like who you marry. It's very important because because your partner, you have to have great rapport. You guys have to understand each other, and that eliminates, I would say, 60 to 70% of the problem. If you have two people who partner and they're smart, they know exactly what the goal is, all those small adversities will eventually pass. You find ways to get around them, and you just keep going. That's what works for me. I'm not saying it don't work for everybody else, but yeah, that's my advice.
That's your golden nuggets. Tim, do you want to reassess your response and
So don't do it.
Tell something else. He's like, no, I'm staying 10 toes down on that.
Doubling down on that.
Oh,
shit.
he's doubling all the way down. He meant that shit.
Well, in terms of wanting to do a festival or be even in this kind of like industry, it's not for the weak. And it has to become like who you are. It's not something. It isn't just like a hobby. It's like, you know what I'm saying, because you're competing with like other people and just the like elements of stuff, So like during the pandemic, like I couldn't work. So I mean, that was a once in 100 years type thing.
So true.
It's just and there isn't a guarantee that you're gonna sell tickets.
Yeah, it's a risk.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Huge risk. Yeah,
it's a risk, and it's and you gotta. If you want to date a girl, I mean, it's just.
Let's get into that. You want to date a girl? What?
Finish the sentence, Tim. You want to date a girl?
I want to know. Like, this is the Champagne Wives. We want to know about this. Our audience wants to know.
It's not a guarantee of what's going to be like for you. So you gotta like have somebody or have the people who are in your like life are gonna be down with you.
And understanding.
For 10, 15, 20. I mean, so because I've had good years, and y'all came to the one like last year. Like it rained all day.
Yeah.
And so I was, I was hurt a whole day.
That was the one with
Big
Frida.
Frida.
And so, it got better at the end.
Yeah.
But that's an L that I had to deal with. And so
unpredictable,
again, it's not for everybody. And if if it ain't for you, don't even try.
Don't even try.
Yeah. But when it pays off.
When it pays off. Agreed.
But when it pays, hey, can we get a cheers to when it pays off? Because when it hit,
here's the go ahead.
And when it hit, we gonna hit a lick for sure.
Hit a lick
for sure. So one last question. I'm gonna let you ask this question because you're the music head between us.
Oh yes.
You love music. You're so passionate about music. You're obsessed.
Music is life.
It's the soundtrack to your entire life. I'll let you go ahead and ask this last question.
Okay. So in my mind, the way I've been like framing this question up is very much from what's the name of the movie? But tell me when you fell in love with hip hop. What was that movie?
Love and Hip Hop.
Love it. No, I thought that was the reality show, so I was fucked up about it. Okay. So my question is, when did you realize that like music was your passion?
So I'm a big music buff, like that. Not even just hip hop, because my roots are England and Africa, and in Africa back in the day, it was more heavy on the British scene, like Duran Duran,
Depeche Mode. And all that,
Depeche Mode.
Who was that y'all listened to that your dad liked? That band that you said we were in Jamaica.
UB40.
So, and I was telling him a story.
UB40 is like.
I was telling a story like UB40. UB40 is a big band from the 80s with a Jamaican influence.
Yeah.
And UB40 is the number on the unemployment form in England.
Terrible.
And that's where they met. It's a group of guys that they didn't have work. And
I
they
didn't
were
know
just
this
hanging out the line.
backstory. I did not know this.
And they started jamming in the line.
8 years old.
Here's the first. Today years old again.
Yeah. So I'm a big music. I've always been a big music. Growing up, my parents, and even a few weeks ago, I ran into this older white British lady in River Oaks, and it turns out she has a hell of a collection of turntable records,
vinyls, yeah,
45s, and I took her up on it, and I ended up buying over 250
upon boxes.
So that's where they came
from. Girl, yes.
Because
all the records that
one day the floor was empty, the next day
we had crates upon
crates.
She had signed, and everything is original. Wow. She had signed Sam Cooke's, signed Nina Simone's.
Wow.
She had a treasure trove, and she sold it to me for, I wouldn't say.
Don't say it. We were just appreciative. Thank you to that lady. We are enjoying the vinyls.
Because the way that y'all have classics now.
Classic, girl, classics. And the way that Michael puts these classics on in the middle of the damn day while I'm trying to work.
You were jamming, yeah.
You were.
And there's something about listening to it, and even the
crackle.
Yeah, the crackle in the back. It just adds character to the record. But it's
so
amazing.
When though she said, when did you?
Yeah.
Oh, since I was a kid.
There we go.
Okay.
Forever.
So
I love Tim.
Yeah,
First of all, Tim is
there's 9 of us, and I'm the 8th kid.
Oh wow.
So you get, I got Prince from my older brother who went to college in England, and you kind of get all this music influences from everybody. Then you have the African music, the high life music. So high life, for people who don't know what that is, it's kind of like Burna Boy.
Okay.
Is a version of high life.
High life, okay.
But Fela is
the father.
So that's he's like the grandfather of what you see now.
Right.
So I've always been, since I was a kid, love it, man.
Nice.
Bob Marley, all of them.
Nice.
But yeah.
What about you, Tim?
As a kid too, I mean, I don't know. You got to think about, at what point in your life, like you always had that, like in your life, it's music. Like since growing up in the '80s, she had like Maze, Bobby Brown, like Whitney Houston. So
we were so lucky to get in this era.
But for me, in terms of wanting to do concerts and music, it was probably like I was like 21, 22. So I was probably I did my first show in 2004. It was a Thug show. So
wow.
And I lived in Chicago. I lived in New Orleans. So just seeing every city like having their own
different kind of vibe,
music,
it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? So
Chicago's music scene, is it like house music?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, back in the day it was house.
Okay.
It's more drill now, music.
Okay.
Yeah, a house started in Chicago, and so just having that, in my life, and like coming here and like chopped and screwed, era, that was a whole thing.
That was a whole thing.
People think it's just because
that
was a whole thing,
whole
thing, culture. Yeah,
I remember.
You had to freestyle in high school.
Oh yeah,
you could just be in high school.
You had to freestyle. Oh Lord,
everybody did.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, and like y'all know, like I grew up in the Northeast, and so I remember literally watching TV. And remember when they used to have those infomercials, but they would be like, "Call 1-800," and they used to advertise these like mixtapes, and they would have Houston artists. So what me coming down here about 11 years ago, I already knew who
who.
Slim Thug was, who Bump B was, going back, right? So like Lil Wayne, before he even really popped, like they were selling these mixtapes on like these infomercial channels. So you absolutely have
infomercial channels in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So you absolutely have a music scene down here that has made its way outside of Houston, but made its way outside of this area decades ago. So this is really the last question, because we got what's popping that we got to get to. But the last question is, and it's for everybody. Favorite concert that you've ever been to?
Oh, this is a good one.
We'll start
Favorite concert
with you, Mike.
My favorite concert was actually Beanie Man.
Nice.
Oh Lord!
And this was
Nice.
I think it was a pop up, because I don't think it was planned, and it was at Rhythms. Back in the
Not
day.
Rhythms.
Nice.
It was lit, bro. When I say he turned that,
He's a fantastic
goodness.
performer.
I can imagine.
He
Oh, my
is
God.
fantastic.
Okay, mine. So I've been to a lot of shows over the years, and I am going to stay true to just who I am and the genre of music that I prefer and appreciate the most. I loved seeing Luther Vandross.
I was gonna say, was it 90s?
Wait, fat or
Fat Luther, skinny Luther.
I think he was the skinny Luther because it was at Essence Festival one year. But when I saw Luther, like, I don't know, it was just such a good show. I loved Luther so much. It is just one of the most memorable shows to me out of all of the ones that I've been to. But you know, I have an old soul. So.
You do. She be old.
All right now, bitch. Calm down. Calm down.
Going to a story.
Calm down.
Tim, you go, because I got to think about. Go ahead.
So I mean, I've been to a bunch of like good shows, but for me, the best show I saw was Juvenile.
Ooh,
Juvenile.
I believe it.
Juvie.
I
Like Mardi
believe
Gras.
it.
Juvie.
So in
I
like
believe
New
it.
Orleans, they have a thing called well, like the next day, like after or before Fat Tuesday,
Fat
it's
Tuesday,
called
yeah.
what
Lundi Gras.
Sunday Gras,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a show at the House of Blues.
Tore it up.
I believe it.
It's those unplugged shows.
Yeah.
And you know, if I could, one concert I would pay any amount of money would be a Bob Marley unplugged.
You better.
If that dude
You
was
so
alive,
right.
I don't care what the cost
Right.
would be, bro.
Fly me in.
Let me
I'm
tell
I'm
you,
Right.
going.
so the best show I booked, I had Too Short here.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Was he good?
Too
See
short,
that?
yeah.
Last time I saw him was in
Was he
Lake
good?
Tahoe in the casino.
Lake Tahoe.
I've never
Like
seen
he
it.
was just walking through the
Oh, okay. I was like,
No, I didn't
was
go
there
and
a
see
show.
him.
I was like,
No.
I've never seen him in
No.
concert. Never want to.
No.
Okay.
All right.
So you,
turn.
what about you?
Wow. So like I've been to a lot of concerts, like both of y'all.
All three of us. I said the same thing, child.
That's funny.
This is our dynamic. Welcome.
Yes.
So God, I'm gonna say this. I know I'll say for like today, like a little bit modern. I've lost my mind multiple times at Chris Brown concerts. I know. I'm saying I'm going. Listen, understand that I gotta.
That's
do the
a good one.
generation.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't never been to Chris Brown.
but because the
I
reason
can't
why it's so
imagine.
good is
Yeah.
because you don't have to be a fan to know every song.
Fair. True.
You don't have to be a fan to know every song. So the audience is so hype, and then he's an amazing performer. He
is,
dances incredibly well, obviously. So like today, I'd say Chris Brown. I absolutely loved Jay-Z.
yeah.
Jay-Z in concert is amazing.
Jersey Cole.
And then I'll tell you, just going back to the 80s, my favorite concert that I saw from an 80s performer was Lionel Richie.
Nice.
Fight
The
Me.
Lion.
Lionel
Lionel
Richie.
Richie, another one I don't
Lionel
want
I saw him at
Richie.
Jazz Fest. I saw him at Jazz
Amazing.
Fest.
Did you?
I'm
He
with
said,
Lionel.
somebody
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I think I saw him
He
maybe
was
at Jazz Fest
amazing.
too.
Yeah.
Wasn't impressed.
He was
there.
I was impressed.
He was
Anita
good.
I don't
Becker
know
was
what you
there.
think.
He was good. I was like, okay, yeah, I'd come and see this again.
Lionel, yeah.
No, I
I'd see
don't.
this again.
Smokey Robinson, yes. Lionel Richie, no.
So for you, if there was an artist that you could see that's, passed on, Bob Marley for you?
Bob and Mike.
Bob and Mike.
Passed
okay.
on?
Story.
Yeah, that's passed
Like,
away. That like we
That's
can't
passed,
see.
that's
Living.
passed on.
Or dead.
I would say just say dead.
Bob, but it has Mike will be big production.
Michael Jackson?
Because Mike, yeah.
Okay.
He puts on a show.
A show,
Right.
Bob Marley, give me a blunt and
Oh, blunt.
let
What?
it be on plug.
In a small,
In a small-
venue.
Can it just be a spliff? I mean,
It could be a
blunt-
split on
okay.
it.
That was
I told y'all about the story in Jamaica. Here it is in real time.
Real time.
And an unplugged show.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the greatest shows Bob had
Were
in
unplugged.
London, where
Right.
it wasn't necessarily a big concert. It was more unplugged
Right.
Yeah.
in like a bar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for
We
having
have
us.
really appreciated having you and talking about Summer Jam and getting to know more about you guys and about the festival
And your
Yes,
love for
ma'am.
music.
and your love for music. Absolutely. So
We'll see y'all soon, right? Next Saturday? We'll see y'all.
Next Saturday,
Yeah.
June 11th.
I'm coming
at
home
the
with you.
Soho,
Yeah.
What? The Soho.
Say Slim.
Festival
We're
grounds.
going home
Festival
after this.
grounds.
Yeah.
Okay,
Say Slim. Okay.
All right. So June 11th.
June 11th.
Saturday, June 11th, Houston,
Where?
Texas, at Soho Festival
Grounds.
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 Southside, come through.
Come through. If you haven't got your ticket yet,
Where can
invest
where
in
can
VIP.
folks get tickets?
HTA.
HTXsummerjam.com.
HTXsummerjam.com.
Yep.
HTXsummerjam.com.
Perfect.
Awesome. Now with that, you guys gonna stick around for what's popping?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Always.
All right.
Where's
So
our
we're gonna
girl?
bring in Good Journey and kick off
Oh,
what's
our best girl.
popping.
I'm very happy to be here. Good to see you guys. I'm excited
Yes.
about Summer Jam because who has their outfit ready? I do.
Oh, you got
I'm
this
just
ready. That's
I
gonna be
do.
my
that was
plug
the
at
most
the
important
end.
part to me,
Get
so
your
we're good to
fashions
go.
ready.
Get the fashions ready.
Get the
'cause
fashions
obviously
ready.
We're gonna be in the forest.
Okay, so let's jump into what's popping because it's a couple of things going on. The first and foremost, another day, another shooting. Xavier University. Well, it's a high school graduation at Xavier University.
Xavier University in New Orleans.
in New Orleans. One dead, two shot. Yeah, just today.
Just today.
Just today. So, I mean, that said, and all the gun control laws that are kind of probably not going to happen because the NRA runs it. But in Canada, Justin Trudeau just said, ain't no more handguns, baby. I'm going to do your no more.
As he should.
You can't
As
buy,
he
sell,
should.
trade, nothing. So what are y'all's thoughts
You
on that?
can't
Is that the
Smuggle,
answer?
Bring it over the border, like nothing.
Not in
I
Canada,
think-
you can't.
I think that's the answer, and I am not.
What's the answer?
Justin
down
Trudeau
gun
just
sales.
shut it down.
Do
Shut
what
down
they
the
did
gun
in Canada.
sales.
That's the
Yeah,
answer.
it
like,
down.
let's get rid of these guns. I think that, or make it extremely difficult for people to own
get-
a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think something needs to happen.
I don't
Something
disagree.
drastic.
And I learned today, I was today years old when I learned that at 18, you can buy an AR-15, but 21 to buy a handgun and make it make sense. I don't understand why that
It's
is.
a shotgun. You-
The math don't math there.
That math-
They are.
but-
They are. Is like a shotgun.
I thought
So
that
you
was the
can-
automatic. Is that
Yeah,
not
but
it?
I'm just
Not
saying.
like-
It's considered.
Well, you can
So
modify it to where it does that.
like an
It's
18.
crazy.
So you
Oh.
can buy a shotgun.
Now, I own an AR-15, and it's crazy.
Subtle flex.
No.
That's news to me. I was today years old when I found that out.
Learning and learning.
I was today years old.
You don't.
No,
You don't know when to stop, huh?
Oh,
You don't know when to stop, huh?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
yes,
What
he
do-
said what he said. He
When I
owns
bought it,
an
I was actually
AR-15.
at a dealership, and a dude that was retired from the U.S. Coast Guard
Mm-hmm.
was also there buying a car, and so he was short on down payment,
So he sold his gun.
This is the
but he
shit.
had a ton of.
This
guns
is
in
what
his car.
happens
I'm sorry,
every
what?
day in America.
So you were at the car dealership trying
Yeah,
to buy
I
a
bought my
car,
first AR.
and
The
then you're like,
dealership
And it
should
was
remain
decked
nameless.
out. It's decked
Should we
out.
be
It's got
saying
scope
that?
and
Is
No,
that
I don't
Yeah.
feel like we should.
Exactly.
It's Texas. Of course it's
Exactly.
legal.
everything. No, it's legal because
It's
all they have
legal.
The
is-
Summer Jam has guns.
Okay, no, it don't. Y'all got me hot up here. Are we incriminating? Self-incriminating
No, no, no.
ourselves up here?
cut that part out.
That's what we not gonna do, babe.
It's not illegal.
You got two
because
kids.
You have to put a sale agreement.
Show over.
You have to put together a sell agreement. This is how ridiculous it is, man. And you could go to one of the gun shows, and you get anything. You can.
Yeah.
Bazookas, grenade launchers.
What?
It's
Rocket
insane.
launcher.
Go to a gun show. Yeah, you can get
I'm
anything.
not going
Just
to a gun
not
show.
even
Going to
like
a gun show, that's
like,
where you will not find me.
I feel like even the NRA convention that they had here this
But
weekend.
I thought you couldn't do guns at the NRA. At the NRA.
Shut
Oh, you
up.
can't bring guns.
I don't know those
Oh, but they
letters.
selling
But
guns.
I don't know if they're selling guns, but
the-
you can't bring
the
guns.
vendors
They have
Oh, the
sales.
vendors will have guns, yeah, but you can't bring guns to the conference.
Anyway,
Go
I'm
figure.
gonna be looking at Canada and see what their gun like violence rates look like because
They're strict. I'm like, Michael, look, where y'all will move to next because America is
Period,
going
'cause
to hell in
America's
in a
ghetto.
hand.
It's
so
very ghetto here.
It's
Let's
ghetto.
be
Wait a minute.
honest.
Wait a minute. Our last post we said land of the free.
but it is kind of, but
No.
it's still ghetto.
No, listen. So you asked. So my opinion on it is like, I don't think guns should be readily available the way that they are and as easily
Agreed.
accessible.
Not at like car lots like this guy just bought.
car lots, Walmart. I don't
It
think
should
they should be.
be-
Everywhere, child.
Anywhere.
I don't think they should be as
It
easily
should be
accessible.
a process because even the guy that was shooting all the people in a Vegas,
Yeah.
like an older guy. He wasn't a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
He was in his like late 50s.
Right.
Yeah.
And he had a ton of
He got a
guns.
ton of ammo.
And
Yeah, I
so,
just
He
think
was
that's
locked
sick.
and loaded.
I think that's
disgusting.
it's disgusting.
I don't have the solve for it, but I just feel like it shouldn't be as easy. Period.
A firearm.
If you have to drive a car, you have to go take a driver's license test. You have to get the car inspected. You have to get it registered.
Right.
You have to do this on an annual basis.
annually, right?
Correct.
It's not a one-time thing.
So it's not infringing on your freedom to own a car.
Yeah.
Right.
But you have to go through processes to get the car, because a car is also a deadly weapon, or can be a deadly weapon.
Sure.
Yeah,
But they don't want to do that. At the end of the day, you follow
it's
the money.
foolishness.
It's not foolish. It's money. There's money
It's
behind
greed,
it. Greed.
control.
Oh yeah,
Power.
all that.
What's popping?
All right, last. Not Tim hurrying me. First of all, you are the guest, sir.
My God. Oh, calm down, Tim. That's my job to be saying man. But I appreciate your support.
coming for
Because
me.
they try to act like I'm crazy for looking at the time.
Constantly.
They try to tease
When we're in the
me.
midst of
I appreciate
amazing,
the enforcement.
scintillating
The
conversation.
reinforcement.
All right, I've only got one more story / question because we're kind of out of time. Y'all
But
know
are we
Blueface and Krishan Rock?
Blueface.
Not you laughing in my face.
Him?
Blueface, I don't know his music, child. I just know him off
Michael's
the Shade
like,
Room.
He's the one who sings sexy
here.
motherfucker,
like,
you the baddest
that goes
one.
him. Okay.
Is that him? Say that.
No, I thought that's Chris Brown.
No, but no, it's 2 Chains, Chris Brown. Who else?
It's not him.
Run it up. Let's just see.
It's just him.
Okay, so
It's dead.
y'all know who Blueface is in the stratosphere. My question isn't who Blueface is. It's Krishan Rock, his girl. And I don't know if he claims her, but she very much so claims him.
Very
Got a
much so.
tattoo
On
of
her
Blueface
neck,
on
right.
her neck.
I saw that.
Now, I don't know if I'm not loving right, but there has never been a man in my life
We've already talked
that
about this.
wanted me, and I felt in my soul
You ain't
that
loving right.
I
The
know,
journey.
clearly, because there's not a man on this planet of Earth that would make me want to get a neck tattoo. Have y'all been in love like that before?
First of all, bitch.
Oop, don't answer that. That's a trap.
I'll do a lot of things, but getting a neck tattoo is not one of them.
That is on my list of tattoo. Period.
tattoo.
That ain't on my short list of things to do ever.
Okay.
It's just not. It's
She
not
got
like
his
face.
face tattooed.
Here
on
goes
her
that
neck.
picture. His whole face is on her neck.
Nah,
Okay,
you
so
got
you
your
may not
receipts.
get a neck tattoo. What is the craziest thing you would do for love? All of y'all are
Oh.
married on this couch, not me, so I get to ask the question.
what's the craziest?
But
thing
you
I would
were.
do for love?
But clearly, I wasn't crazy enough, child.
I mean, you know, like emotions run high sometimes.
Okay. Emotions run high.
Emotions run high sometimes. So
That
it's-
said, what is the craziest thing that you would do?
for love.
I said what I said.
That's a hypothetical question.
In my 20s, I would have did some crazy shit.
I love how
Like
we're, I love how we're
what?
classifying this.
As an older person, probably not.
Not too
Threshold's
much.
a lot.
Not too much.
Okay.
Not too much. Not too much.
All right.
I mean, I'm probably not the one to answer this.
I'm not
question.
either, because first of all, my husband's sitting right here, and I just don't think that that's an appropriate question to ask married people while they in the same room together.
I mean, I've
I plead the fifth.
Right. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
We
I'm
want
pleading
this
the fifth.
blessed union.
Exactly.
To continue
Maintain.
forward, child.
I think we all have done probably things that were crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Out of our character.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I
Think so.
definitely popped out. Like,
Yeah, okay.
I think
Well,
we all
there you go.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have. We all have.
Okay. That's fair. Fair
Fool me
enough.
once,
Fair enough.
though.
Yeah,
Well, all that
that's-
said,
look,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
sure.
an
Business.
easy answer.
Yes, that's a piece. That's all we're. Sorry,
Answer.
friends. That's all we're gonna get out of these
Yes,
guys.
sorry.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, look.
But what I'm saying at the end of the day, all I want to say is I'm really excited about what's gonna be popping for June 11th. This
Yay.
summer
Talk
jam.
about
I'm
it.
so excited. I cannot
Let's
wait.
talk about it.
I cannot
Yeah.
cannot wait to see y'all out there. Get your tickets VIP because it's
Get
gonna
your
be air conditioned.
outfits.
Get your
Outfit.
outfit.
Get your
looks,
fashions ready.
your fashion.
Your looks together.
Yes.
Ke- Kelly and I have
Get
been
your
on the line for
friends.
weeks talking about our outfits.
And
It's
you know,
pictures back and forth.
Being from, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Kim.
No, it's fine
being
because
from
you do that a lot. So it's
Chicago.
okay.
In New Orleans, those are like festival cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Houston isn't a festival city, so
I'm trying to change that.
But we're gonna make
it's
it
all
work.
new.
We definitely gonna change
what's about to
that.
happen? It's about to be so crazy.
I
so
am
A movie.
so
lit.
excited.
A movie,
Wow.
yes.
I am so
Summer
excited.
Jam is about
Like our
to set
stage
the bar
has
high.
like fire and smoke. It's
Fire.
But first of all,
It's gonna be dope.
not the bundle.
Okay, because right now, okay, Nicole Kardashian.
Indian Remy bundles.
Look, what we not gonna do, Nicole Kardashian.
Come on, with you. Listen, last week I was fresh out the chair.
Oh, she was
Fresh out the chair.
was
Curls
on
were
one.
just fresh out the flat iron.
Bouncing.
Memorial Day took me out.
All of us.
we
Sweated them edges.
all of it.
just, we here. We're
We
giving
here.
the best we can
And
give.
we're so excited
doing
about
the
Summer
best
Jam,
with what I got.
June 11th. Tell our listeners where they can follow you guys. I'll start with you, Tim.
Summer Jam HTX on Instagram,
Okay.
and from there, it's a whole where else to go. TikTok, Facebook, it's all the same thing. So
Summer Jam HTX. Got it.
Okay.
Got it. And you can follow us at Champagne Wives Podcast on IG.
And listen, IG, y'all been following, adding us as friends, and we're thankful for that.
We got
Thank you.
trolls
Every
now.
single
It's a
last
big
troll.
damn
We
deal.
have- yeah, we have
we
trolls.
got trolls.
Yes.
And we got
Official.
time.
Yeah,
So
man.
come.
I have a question.
But the podcast is over, Tim.
Right,
I thought.
Tim.
So,
Right.
You got a
We
question?
wrapping this up.
So who are y'all excited to see Summer Jam?
Saucy Santana.
Okay.
Material.
Saucy. I'm excited to see Lotto.
Okay, Lotto, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
Moneybag
good.
Yo.
Yeah.
I can't even lie about that.
I'm excited to see Moneybag Yo.
Okay.
I'm excited to hear him do Scorpio
Scorpio. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
specifically.
Okay.
A whole vibe. A whole vibe.
Wait,
All right,
okay.
well, thank you.
Wait, no, we gotta go. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
Kim,
Hmm?
I asked everybody a question about their favorite concert experience. How about you?
Okay, so here's the thing. I love music a lot. I sing. I do music.
You do.
I don't
yes.
love concerts. I don't
Why
love
is that?
crowds and all of that. I'm gonna be at Summer Jam and I'm gonna love it, but I
Right.
just
Girl,
really
see,
don't.
why'd you have to go ask that last one
Yes,
question?
I gotta be honest. I'll be honest.
I'm not
You
gonna
couldn't
come
leave
on.
it well enough alone.
I'm
You
not gonna
had-
come
you
on the
had
Champagne
to
Wives
ask
podcast
one
and lie to
last
y'all.
question.
Go ahead.
But I did. I went to the Beyonce concert. That was my first and only concert that I've
Oh,
ever been
that's a good
to.
one.
Ever in
Wow.
life?
First and
That's a really
last.
good one.
I don't do concerts.
Wow.
But I
Well,
went
we
to
doing
Beyonce.
Summer
and it was
Jam.
good. We
Yeah,
doing
but
Summer
Summer
We're
Jam,
Jam.
we
doing
gonna
Summer
be
Jam
there.
and we're gonna have a good time and we hope to see you all there. So with that, cheers guys.
Cheers.
Oh, but I have-
Appreciate you guys being here.
Cheers to Summer Jam.
Cheers to Summer Jam.
Cheers.
All right.
Here we go.
Bye.
Bye.